Hey, what's going on, guys? So we had our first issue with this updated firmware on the Pit Boss 1150. Before we get into that, we do test out the 1150, the controller, and we do all kinds of stuff like that. And in order to make sure that you don't miss out on it, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, guys? Really appreciate it. And we'll be updating more videos as we go along. All right. So with that said, the smokers, especially pellet smokers, they're meant for set and forget it type deal, right? You fill the hopper up with a lot of pellets, you set the temperature, and you go on your way, right? Well, the type of issue that we ran into can be very problematic. I haven't experienced it up until recently when we started doing that brisket cook. And basically, here's what happens. So we had a 7-hour cook on that brisket. Then we wrapped it and we raised the temperature just like we do for anything else, right? Well, what happened is that the controller decided to go ahead and go into shut off mode. What that means is that it stops feeding the smoker pellets. It stopped registering the ambient temperature. And it went into, I guess, what you would call it, the cool off mode, where it just burns the rest of the pellets that's in the fire pot, right? And this happened in the middle of a cook, right? I was nowhere near ready to go ahead and get this stuff done. Let me go ahead and post up a clip right now. Alrighty, gents. So now let's go ahead and put this thing in here. There we go. I'll go ahead and put this in here in a little bit. This is the point. But we are going to put this to, let's go for 270. Ah, what happened? I think I turned it off by accident. Now you can see right there that I was trying to turn it back on. I was trying to hold the button down. I was trying to do everything to go ahead and get it up and running. Nothing worked. Normally, if you shut it off manually, and you're like, oh man, I messed up. Let me go ahead and turn it back on. You can do that. It did not do it this time around. The only way that I was able to go ahead and finish off the cook and everything was I had to unplug the power cord, put it back in, and everything seemed to work just fine. It happened only one time because we don't do very long cooks, and I believe on that one it was about an 11-hour cook. But it's something that I wanted to bring up to you guys that want to set up your smoker at night and go to bed. 9 times out of 10, you can trust it, right? What would happen if all of a sudden it just shuts off on you? Now, you guys seen how many videos I do and how much I smoke with that 1150. The thing that gets me is that if you guys decide to go to bed and then show up in the morning and try and see, make sure, hey, 8 hours has passed by, we should be good to go, only to find out that your brisket is no longer at around 150 degrees or so where you would expect it, but now it's around 80 degrees. That can be very problematic. So I just wanted to share this video with you guys because I feel that it's a pretty big thing. I don't know if it's going to happen again, but if it does, we're going to have to contact Pit Boss regarding this firmware update and say, hey, something's going on. And it's not the temperatures. It's nothing like that. It's the fact that it's shutting off. And it's a really big deal. When it comes to the temperature fluctuations, you can kind of fight with it and, but at least get the cook done. An automatic shut off just like that, that's a whole different problem right there. Now, I'm not saying not to buy this 1150 because it's great. It's a fantastic cooker. I love it. And I have a Kamado Joe and I have an offset smoker on its way, right? And I still love this thing. I just think that for reliability purposes, it's one of those things that you're just gonna have to keep an eye out on. And I've trusted this thing for as long as I've had it. It's been doing great. But this happened, and you don't want to get stuck in the middle of a cook and it just shut off on you. What if you can't recover from it, right? So with that, guys, please be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. And anything else that we find out, we'll go ahead and keep you guys updated. See you guys then.